Unshakeable by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins' Unshakeable is more than a financial guide. It is a blueprint for peace in a world of uncertainty. Written after decades of studying billionaires, investors, and market cycles, it distills one idea. Wealth is not about markets, but mindset. True power lies in being emotionally and financially unshakable, no matter what storms come. Robbins begins with a truth most people forget. The market will always fluctuate. Crashes are inevitable. Fear is constant, and headlines will always scream panic. But behind the chaos lies opportunity. The greatest danger, he says, is not a bear market. It's being unprepared for one. He tells the story of ordinary investors who lost fortunes because of emotion, selling low, buying high, reacting instead of planning. Then he contrasts them with those who stayed steady, who saw volatility not as threat, but as gift. The unshakable investor does not chase the market. He rides its rhythm. To Robbins, becoming unshakable means mastering 4 key principles. 1. Know the game before you play. Most people enter the market blind, driven by hope or fear. Robbins teaches that the rules are written by those who understand fees, taxes, and compounding. Knowledge is leverage. Without it, even intelligence can't save you. 2. Don't try to time the market. The myth of timing, of waiting for the perfect moment, is what keeps most people poor. The greatest investors, from Warren Buffett to Jack Bogle, succeed because they stay invested. Compounding, Robbins explains, is the 8th wonder of the world. Time, not timing, builds wealth. 3. Build a fortress portfolio. He introduces what he calls the all-season strategy diversification across asset classes that can survive any condition. The goal is not to win every battle, but to win the war. When the next crash comes, and it will, the unshakable investor does not break. He adjusts, endures, and grows stronger. 4. Master the mind. Robbins insists that financial freedom is 20% mechanics and 80% psychology. The market does not destroy wealth. Fear does. The unshakable mindset means learning to act in alignment with goals, not emotions. Fear, he writes, is a liar. Certainty is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward anyway. Robbins draws from the wisdom of legends Buffett, Dalio, Ekan, and Bogle, each with a common truth. Markets reward patience and punish panic. Crashes are not the end. They are sales for the wise. Over a century of history proves that markets always recover, and those who stay invested win. He then speaks of the freedom formula, the stage where money works for you, not the other way around. Financial independence, Robbins says, begins when your investments generate enough passive income to cover your lifestyle. When you stop trading time for money, he says, you begin to live. But Unshakable is not just about numbers. It is about meaning. Robbins believes that wealth without purpose is poverty in disguise. He encourages giving, contribution, and gratitude as the anchors of fulfillment. The secret to living, he says, is giving. He reminds readers that money alone never brings peace. It is discipline, perspective, and emotional mastery that make a person unshakable. The goal is not to avoid pain, but to rise above it, to become the calm center in the financial storm. Robbins concludes with a challenge to become an investor in every sense, not just of money, but of life, to invest in knowledge, relationships, health, and contribution, because the greatest wealth is not found in markets, but in meaning. Markets will rise and fall, he writes, but you can remain unshakable, certain in uncertainty, strong in storms, free in a fearful world. And that is the essence of true wealth, not the balance in your account, but the balance in your soul.